Black South African people need to understand that for the EFF to not have joined the government of national unity, it was saving black people. And I will explain what I mean. Recently there was a podcast hosted by the great Sol Penduka. It was hosted on a platform of the great McG. And they were hosting a panel speaking about post-elections. There was people hosted there, and we all saw them. We all saw how they were speaking, what they were saying. And we can all agree that these people are not to be listened to. All the people who were on podcast, McG's podcast, speaking for the great show hosted by Sol Penduka about elections, those are not the people you should be listening to for advice or for understanding. Those are not sold out, sell out journalists, false information and propaganda. So they can all go and kiss ass. So listen to me. The EFF didn't join the government of national unity because it wanted to save black people. It wanted to champion black people's voices. It wanted to champion black people's rights. The ANC is not the government to do so. The ANC will never stand up for black people anymore. The ANC is done. It's collapsed. It's sold out. It's gone. It's now like in a government of national unity with people who don't even champion free education, people who don't even champion BEE, people who don't even champion people who don't want to give back the land. The ANC is working with them. So the ANC doesn't care about black people anymore. So the only party left besides the MK, of course the MK is also an option, but in this case I'm speaking about the EFF. That's the only party left. Julius Malema is the only hero left for black people, to believe in. You want to hate them, you want to do whatever, you want to speak bad about them, but you're not realizing the country is going, and the only people left to save the struggle of black people and to continue the fight is the EFF. When are you going to open your eyes to realize that? So yes, I champion them for not being part of the GNU. Most people on that panel show of the great McG and the great Sol Penduka, they were saying that this was an opportunity for the EFF to show how they can govern within the government of national unity. No, it was only gonna be an opportunity for them to prove that they have sold out if they join this government. So it's great that they didn't join it. It's fine. Yeah, we still support them as an opposition. Being an opposition doesn't mean you are not in the government. They are still participating. They still have a voice. They're still going into parliament. They're still controlling what happens in the legislatures. So they are part of the government. They're just not part of the executive government. They're just not part of this sellout deal. But they're still there. Their voices are there. And their voices now are going to be more accelerated. And they're going to be more listened to. Because everyone is expecting them to prove themselves, and they will prove themselves, because the spotlight is on Julius Malema, the spotlight is on the EFF. There's the only hope left for black people. Of course there's MK, don't get me wrong, MK is also an option. In this case I'm speaking about just the EFF. I support the MK and I think they're fighting a great fight, but the EFF is the only party left for black people. The moment you open your eyes to realize that, you will start to understand most of the things I've been saying, or most of the things people who support the EFF try to make people understand. Because most people don't understand, they don't even understand the policies of the EFF because they've never read them. They have never done their research. They have never tried to actually understand. They just listen to media, listen to propaganda and misinformation, and Twitter bots or Twitter influencers who are just paid, to spread misinformation about anything. They listen to them and take it as gospel. They never decide to go and do their own research. But one thing you realize when you start to do your own research, or your own information seeking about the EFF, you realize that they are speaking the language the fighters who were fighting back then for the struggle of South Africa to be independent. They're speaking the same language. Now it's just more accelerated because they wanna free black people economically. Yes, politically we are in the scene, we are recognized, we are speaking, we have a voice. Economically, they want black people to now participate in the economy. They want black people to be seen, to be given more jobs, to be given for the schools, to be given free education. They want black people to be empowered so you can feel more confident like me. You see me, I feel confident. So they want you to be like me, you know. They want you to feel brave, to not walk around like a victim. They want you to not victimize yourself. They want you to feel safe and to feel at home in this country of yours, South Africa. So you hating them, you are not shaming the EFF, you are not shaming us, their supporters. We are not shaming Julius Malema. You are only making the people who oppressed your grandmothers and grandfathers, you are making them happy, because the enemy of the media, the enemy of white people, the enemy of black people progressing is white people, is the EFF. The enemy of white people is the EFF. The enemy of black people progressing is white people. I hope you understand what I did there. So you hating the enemy of white people, you are only making them happy. You are not shaming the EFF. You are only making people who oppressed you more happy, because they see you are not even gonna defend your own people, your own leaders. You are not even gonna try and understand what they're all about. You're gonna listen to their media platforms feed you false information. So you're only making white people more happy and more empowered to oppress and to colonize more, because they see you don't even understand your own party, the only party left for you. Why do you think the media hates the EFF? Why do you think white people, they know, white people, they know that the EFF is the only party left to save black people? But yeah, I hope you free your mind, you free your thoughts. Hopefully you'll join the EFF. Thank you very much.